And we're on. Hello, listeners. If you're tuning in, I'd like to welcome you out to our podcast. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Troy.
I'm Mario.
And I'm Mark.
And this is I Don't Know That's Perfect. And this is
Episode 2.
Episode 2. And as you can see, we are not where we're supposed to be. This is
We
honestly,
never are.
Yeah. I want you to know that we are mobile and, all this stuff that where we're at, we're going to, tell everything. And hopefully, the last episode that we have was a shit show. All the fucking cutouts and whatever.
I don't think it was that bad. Just know that
It was
if you
good. It
want
was good.
us
It was us.
to pod with you. We can take it to you. We are mobile.
Mobile,
Mobile, yes.
as Troy would say.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm glad to be here. We were here. If you didn't watch most of the stuff, this is someone's studio, and I want to thank him for letting us have his podcast here because he's an amazing artist. We'll go more into that. Mark, if you want to do the first segment.
Yes. First segment. Shout out.
What are you wearing?
No, I had one a long time ago. Man, anybody needs shout outs? I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Man, shout out to NBA YoungBoy. Had his first concert in like a year.
That was wow. That video. Did you watch that video?
He had 100 people on crowd with him. I mean, on stage with him.
That was a big venue, but that was overwhelming. The amount
I
of
just
people.
want to know
that were-
why do you need that many people on stage with you?
It's the clout, the living clout, like in life.
Well, wasn't that song called like Lonely and like he was
Lonely Child.
Ironic.
yeah,
I like
it was like
Yeah.
it was like Lonely Child and like
Yeah,
he had a bunch of people.
It
up on the
would be
stage.
perfect if Akon was there, but
Let's see. Shout out to everybody who voted. You got your vote?
we're talking to all of you millennials that didn't vote.
You have
Yeah,
a voice,
I
you
didn't
make it heard.
vote. I didn't vote.
Come on, man. Why not?
I just don't have the time.
we don't go
don't
into
have
politics, guys.
You don't have time to make your voice heard?
You
I
know
don't
what's
You
right?
You
I
really want to vote and you not voting?
I should have voted, but I mean the job that I work, I just don't have the time.
You could have early voted.
Yeah, I could have. Thanks for throwing me out there and throwing me under the bus.
Next one.
Really throw you out there.
Next
Shout
one.
out Troy. He peed himself last night. He didn't pee himself. He peed on himself.
I peed a little
He
bit.
still got some loving though, right? You still got some. you had a good night.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Hey, you deserve that because you're not voting.
He doesn't take it now. That's
I
for
got
sure.
one more shout out, man. Shout out Lil Uzi. Finally dropped the album. I was waiting 2 years.
You know what
for that.
sucked about that is that it wasn't on iTunes, and I actually had to.
Get Spotify.
I actually had to go to his link that he put out and watch it on or listen to it on Pandora, and I listened to the whole album, and there was so much ads. I was like, yo, why is it on iTunes? But
I mean, it was on Spotify, and I listened to it when it came out. And
I'm not a
Same.
Spotify guy, you know that.
Listen to it, Mario?
I did. From what I heard, I like it. I'm not the biggest Uzi fan, but I fuck with Uzi.
For sure.
You can't not like Uzi, you know?
Yeah, I don't think you can at this point. But one mic went up.
It's a lovable person like myself.
All right,
Any other
that's
ones?
it for me.
Man, I didn't plan any, but quick shout out to City of Austin. Thank you for canceling the biggest event that the city ever holds once a year for the past 30 years, and
We'll go more
which
into
a lot
that.
of people need.
We will go way more into that, but yeah.
Shout out to everybody still fighting and pushing forward to hold everything down in the city and keep it together because we are a community and we hold our own down. Shout out Live Music Capital for having us with the unofficial now, which is across the board.
Yeah.
Shout out the official Smokeout. We'll get in a bit. Shout out everybody that's coming together in a time that we all are in dire need to come together
City of
and
Austin took
thrive
a
through
big
moments
L
like this.
week.
This is definitely going to prove who is in the scene actually working, who, as the OGT said, what the real hustlers that say they're hustlers actually pull together, and a lot of people have already been making moves since they shut it down. So, yeah, shout out everybody that does not stop working.
It's going to be a 1990s South by Southwest.
Taking it back
Show.
to pure raw South by, but we'll
Absolutely.
get into that in a bit.
Troy.
Shout out to the studio and the lovely person who's having us, who we'll introduce in a second. Troy, any shout outs?
Yeah, so shout out to my mom. Her birthday was this weekend.
Okay.
Shout out women. It's International Women Day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shout out my mama,
yeah,
my daughter, my girl, my aunt, my cousin, anybody.
Yeah, and I also want to, I forgot to shout out. Shout out to Alex that financed me the camera because that camera was very expensive and I would have not had it
Shout out your friends that look out for you.
Yeah. So I told him, I was like, yo, I totally forgot to shout you out, but I mean,
it's in this podcast, so you finance Troy Mike.
Yeah. I mean, it's a $1,200 camera, so I put as much in, and then he just financed it to me.
As y'all can see if you're watching.
No interest. You gotta love your friends that are rich that are able to do that for you. And my last shout out is going to be also my first guest, or our first guest for season 3. And honestly, Mario, if you want to do the introduction.
So, as I said before, we've had a lot of people who we want to have on the show, and a lot of people who are going to be the show. But picking the first guest for season 3, as we said, is a big one. I'm happy to have this person on the show, and somebody who has been notable, already doing a lot of things from the ground up, and just, as I said previously, a known leader in the hip-hop community. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Jay Soulja. And DJ Napalm. Can't beat him in a race, bro. Can't beat him in a race.
Can't beat DJ Napalm in a fucking race.
Or beer pong, apparently, right?
Yeah, fuck him. It's okay, though. Shout out to my mans.
Hey, how you feeling, brother?
I'm doing well, man. How about y'all? Y'all doing okay?
I'm doing great.
My cup is empty, unfortunately, right
I'm a little
now.
sore from last night. I crashed my car, but I mean, we were here on Sunday.
Troy, don't be talking about that in public.
It's a... Oh, damn.
What?
Nothing.
No.
All right.
Honestly, Jay Soulja, thank you for letting us, the hospitality of us doing it here, because
For sure.
we were supposed to do it in the other studio, but this is awesome. I fucking love this setup. I
Thank
love
you, man.
everything
Thank you.
about this.
Thank
you guys use this weekly too, right?
Right.
Obviously, what do you guys use this setup for?
Right, so this is our podcast setup. Right now, we're over here at Next Level Studios in Austin, Texas, on the north side of the city. And this is our podcast setup. You know what I mean? We normally have the Righteous and Ratchet podcast, which they air every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. over here at the Next Level Studio. And, this is... the setup that we normally utilize for that podcast. And, we've been trying to just be like a hub for a lot of people who want to just get into the content business and, start getting their podcasts and their brands out. And we know that that's just a dope market, just rejuvenating the radio market is just super cool, you know what I'm saying, just to see how creative and outspoken all of these podcasts are. And I'm a big fan of the I Don't Know That's Perfect podcast. Y'all have a lot of dope shit, and the content is dope and it's fly. So, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to have y'all here. I appreciate y'all. The hospitality is 50-50, you know what I'm saying? So y'all show love the same way I'm showing love, and it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pleasure to have you. Like I told you when we first met, you were one of those people that I knew was up there in the scene already. That I was like a little bit hesitant on asking you, because I was like, man, I think he's a little too good for us. But even then when I asked you, you were like Confucius, like I was waiting for y'all to hit me up or whatever. Yeah. So it's all love.
Yeah. So for our listeners and people who listen to us, Jay Soulja, tell the audience, the listeners and the viewers who you are.
Okay, yeah, for sure, man. I'm Jay Soulja, hip-hop artist first, you know what I'm saying? Hip-hop artist, born and raised out of Austin, Texas. After me being a hip-hop artist, I'm definitely would like to consider myself a pioneer and an advocate for, being somebody who speaks for the urban entertainment market, for Life Forever Entertainment, which is my umbrella that houses the Smokeout ATX, which is the highest demanded underground hip-hop show here in Austin, Texas. The goal for us is to reinvigorate the urban entertainment experience and be able to compete on a commercial level with people out there, like Score More and, Top Shelf. We want to be able to bring like high quality entertainment, utilizing local acts and, just really, uplifting the community, the creative community that is, So I'm one of the hip hop artists that is a part of that and a pioneer that's a part of that. And, just a business. I'm not like Hov say, nigga, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. You dig? So, that's definitely, what I like to crown myself for sure. So, hip hop artist, pioneer, businessman, I'm a man of many hats.
Yeah. Whenever I first, I guess whenever we went to the South by Southwest and honestly, it's still happening. We'll go more into that, but yeah, I love how you're doing.
How you handle your business.
Having artists come in and you were like telling them like, this is your time to shine. This is your time. When I saw that, I was like, yo, I understand. This is he is going to be. You are a pioneer of hip hop in Austin.
Appreciate it.
And once I started seeing that, you introducing artists, telling them, "Yo, this is your time to shine," and all this shit, I was like, "Yo, I gotta respect this man."
Thank
and,
you.
Like I
Thank you.
said before too, like yeah, even though you're coming up, you're not just looking out for just yourself. You're not obviously your team, but you're still looking out for other people. Like it made the stigmatism is it's crabs in a bucket, but you're helping everybody get out, teaching everybody how to get out, and leading the way as you go. So which is
100%.
that's awesome, bro.
I mean, and I do that shit because I feel like ain't nobody else doing it. You know what I mean? Sure. I don't know nobody else who putting people in a position. You know what I'm saying to totally harness their craft and make it appealing to an audience that wants to digest their content. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody was doing it for me, so it's like, man, who's gonna be the person that's gonna step up and give somebody a quality opportunity? And I felt like I was just the perfect man to do it.
And I'm sure it's been a long journey for yourself too, huh?
Hell yeah, for sure. Can I get one? Let me open one of these. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Go do it.
You can do it.
It's your world, bro.
As a matter of fact, open all of them.
It's
Yeah.
gonna take us a while,
Y'all
probably.
get on that.
Yeah.
You gonna open all of these?
Fuck it, why not?
We honestly cut out the what we're drinking.
What are you
pocket.
opening?
We can open one
for
at
people
a
who not
time.
watching on YouTube.
I'm gonna open one at a
So
time.
we got like 3 Bel Air
4
bottles
or
4.
Yeah, we had 3 now.
This is my
They
shot.
already killed one.
Yeah, we already a bottle down, man. So
Hey,
it's okay. I like this kind
we
of.
drink
shit.
responsibly, y'all.
Absolutely.
Very responsibly. There's nobody in here underage, none of that good shit. Oh, there we go.
Damn, Mario, you first one.
Oh man, go
All right,
ahead.
let's see if we
Help
can put
yourself,
this
my
on.
brother.
Hey,
Sorry,
yo,
though,
I
you're
got.
struggling a little bit with his.
What are you talking about? Hey, yo, we got some cups over.
There you go. See, napalm, that's how you do it.
Ready?
I don't know why I was being hard-headed, but you almost struggling.
I was running
Nate
through
Peasy.
the.
Well, my,
Oh,
whoa.
dude, that was a good one.
You have to pay for that?
We got bottles popping in this bitch.
You don't wanna check
It's
this
a-
shit
it's
out on,
definitely a
YouTube.
celebration.
Two
Hey,
big
can I get
entities.
a cup? I'm gonna pour me some.
Yes, sir.
So how's everybody doing today?
Hey,
How's
man,
y'all
we-
Sunday going? It's been an interesting
cool.
week.
Very,
in Austin.
very interesting week in Austin, Texas, for sure.
Cameraman wants to.
So, Jay, how did you feel with for people who, for some reason, don't know what's been going on? How do you feel about the whole cancellation about South by?
Man, when I first got the news, man, of course I got the news from the company that or the venue that, that I was collaborating with on the smokeout that I've been doing it at, which is at Scratch House. I heard it from Scratch House before I even seen it on the news or anything.
Yeah.
So, to hear it from him and just understanding how impactful that is to, his business. I mean, I didn't really, it took a long time for me to really process, like, damn, this shit is canceled. You know what I'm saying? Like,
been done.
it took me a little minute to like just really digest that shit because, when you think about how much money that shit makes when, in a given week, a lot of these bars and a lot of these clubs, they rely on that South by Southwest shit to fund them for the rest of the fucking year. It brings in so much money, because you got so many people coming into the city. And, just to hear how that shit is over with, it's like, well, what the fuck is gonna happen? You know what I mean? Like how is it gonna
What do we
impact?
do now?
Exactly. How is it gonna impact the community for the rest of the year? When we're relying on those dollars to supply a lot of the things in the city potentially, and it's like, well, fuck, where we at with a lot of this shit, and it's cool to see. It's cool to see, that the community is like coming together to try to figure out, plans of action to make motherfuckers, hey man, come support these clubs and all of this shit. But at the same time, I'm one of them type niggas where I feel like, man, niggas should have been relying on us. You know what I'm saying? They should have been valuing the creatives and valuing the, we the ones that make this shit run. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, when y'all aren't booking these big name acts and y'all need the clubs to be packed or whatever the case may be, you rely on the communities,
We're still here.
moves to make that shit stay afloat. You know what I mean? So it's just like, damn, so now y'all losing the money and now y'all want to put this magnifying glass on the community now. And it's like, well, damn, it's like, well, how much of the resources are you gonna give to us? What are y'all gonna do? And it's clear that it's like you really just see how fucked up it is because you see how scrambling motherfuckers is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just really incredible to see, man. This shit is like some historic shit, you know, for the city of Austin.
First time ever.
Yeah. So this is the first time that's ever happened since South by has been South by, and for those who, I mean, we have German users, German listeners, right? So
It's
South
it's a worldwide festival, so I mean,
you know, like having a lot of people come to, you know, one little festival just to get your name out, just to get your sound out, and it gets canceled. The only time that you can ever travel somewhere in one little place and have all these fucking bars and venues. And by the way, shout out to the bartenders and all of them because I know they make this is the time they make their money.
the backline companies,
you know,
companies, all the people that work during South by that whole week, because we used to do it. We used to work with Music Live for the whole week and make hella money.
Right.
So you know, like
I'm
people that do this
out
for a
there on
living.
Rainy Street working, and man, my boss is stressing out right now.
Yeah,
a lot
so
of money.
like,
Big money.
No, it's not even. It's Austin that's losing a lot of money too. Like, you know how much like money Austin raises just by itself from South by. It's one of its biggest fucking attractions, right next to ACL.
And they didn't want to cancel it. They didn't want to.
Well, the only thing about it is that they canceled it for, honestly, now realizing it is the stupidest fucking reason.
The coronavirus.
Yeah, so
nah,
like,
man, that's some shit, man.
coronavirus?
That's some crazy shit, man. I don't think that's. I think that's some shit that's, you know, motherfuckers is you know, I would. It's unfortunate, but then when you look at it in a light that for the artist protective, man, I've done South by Southwest for years, you know what I mean? And one thing that I do know is when we got to go pick up those wristbands, it's at least 2,000 people minimum inside the Austin Convention Center, you know, at the same time from all over the fucking world to pick up, you know, these wristbands. Who knows what, you know what I mean? So it's like, when you take that into consideration, like this motherfucker could be damn near ground zero for some crazy shit, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, it's like, dog, nigga, y'all letting a lot of shit fly in Houston. I seen Houston just has Chance the Rapper with 60,000 motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen, you know,
are they doing anything about the rodeo?
Yeah,
Houston and here,
they ain't do a fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Coachella.
I think everything in the rodeo in Houston is like local, and honestly, shout out to Chance the Rapper for doing a big tribute for Big Mo.
Yeah, salute to Chance.
I didn't know that. I had to watch that.
He's shout out to Chance for sure.
No, but when I was thinking about it, I was like, yo, you know, most of the people that are dying from this virus are super old. And I have this stupid theory. I was like, you know what? China probably made this because it's honestly a man-made virus. It's a man-made virus. It's like, you know what? Maybe the population in China is too high that the government actually made this virus. Just to, you know, like.
But even then, have you seen the recovery rate?
Yeah, it's 50%.
That they're not promoting. It's been way higher than.
Most of the people that are dying from this are over 60 years old. I was like, yo, your body can't handle it. Of course, the old people are gonna die.
Compromised immune system.
That's
but
crazy.
I mean, you don't want your grandparents to die because South by what's going on, right?
Nah, for sure.
Well, I understand that.
I love my granny, nigga.
Yeah.
No. So like, it's getting too overhyped to like these news and media.
It's just new to us, really. It's all it is. I mean,
It's very new.
People are dying a lot from the flu
not that
alone.
bad. It's not that bad. Why would you cancel a whole fucking festival that we're known for over? And I can't even say who is it. The mayor. And the fucking...
Nah, I'm going to tell you this. Mayor Adler was actually calling for it. Like, it wasn't his... So he said that it was going to proceed, but I read that the people who are in control of, you know, the health department, I guess, for the city of Austin, they're the ones who actually called the shit off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of fucked up because Mayor Adler, man, I got to meet Mayor Adler before. You know, I've done shows with Mayor Adler, and you know, he's a big advocate for you know, for music, and he's a music guy. You know, he comes to shows, he watches, like he actually comes to like the local shows. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to for sure. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, you know, Jake Lloyd, and shout out to DZ. You know, DZ Brown. You know what I mean? Like those guys are the first people to introduce me to Mayor Adler. You know what I mean? And you know, I know he's a big music advocate, so he was actually saying like, yo, this shit going on. You know, I got an email from South by Southwest literally like 3 to 4 days before they called the cancellation from South by Southwest, like saying like, yo, all y'all got to do is make sure y'all washing y'all hands and y'all doing this. We finna still keep this shit going. And I'm like, okay, well, shit, you know, like we in there, and then all of a sudden it's called the fuck off. Yeah, man, that shit's some motherfucking shit.
There was some shit. Too much money on the line.
It was, man. Yeah. It was.
And the health department, you know, forced man's hand. You know, it happens. You know.
Y'all gotta wash y'all's hands.
All right, you know what? I would say we're reaching a 20-minute mark. We don't have any shots, but you know what? We can take a cheers of these fucking Bel Air.
Yeah, big fact. Let's take a cheers on that. Boom, boom, boom. Cheers. Hey, man, that's love. Shout out to y'all boys. Yeah. Man.
Shout out for hard work.
Hard work. This Bel Air Gold stinks. I don't usually drink this shit. I drink the black bottle, but this shit stinks. I don't like the way it smells when I drink it. Well, we already drank it. No, that was ours. We drank that already. Yeah, that's my shit. I love the black bottle. Black bottle boy. Shout out Rose. But
so like whenever you said Bel Air, like we went to Specs and like I guess the white bottle was the only one there, and I went back again and I got
other. Hey, listen, I'm thankful for everything, man. I'm just thankful y'all came. You know, the drinks are secondary to me. You know, but I ain't never had the Bel Air Gold. You know what I'm saying? So. That shit. I like the Bel Air. I like the white Bel Air. Y'all can see me casually pulling up some white Bel Air to a lovely young lady.
This podcast strives on alcohol. like the alcohol is literally the thing
we are a drinking podcast.
Yeah, big facts.
In case you didn't know by now.
Yeah.
But honestly, going into that, there's a lot of unofficial shows. Honestly, it's all unofficial shows, which is even better that. We don't have, you know, it's literally the city putting on for the city, not the world putting on.
It's a free week part 2.
Right, right.
Yeah, a lot of people bought flights.
But it's crazy is because this year was going to be a big year for a lot of local talent. A lot of people's first time ever even doing Soulja, considering we've only done this for a short time, but a lot of people who've been working hard, like I've seen so many stories and people post about it, like it means a lot, you know, that I know there's a joke about like not getting our backpacks, but that backpack means a lot to a lot of people. You know, getting that backpack it's like a sort of like a
it's like
an
they
achievement.
stamp, man.
Yeah,
it's a trophy, my nigga. Like hey, I'm an official artist. You know what I'm saying?
I went through this. Like I survived Soulja and I did my shit. You know, so for it to happen this year like this, it sucks. Shit. But that's why we're gonna push just as hard. Like Troy was saying, unofficial South by Southwest 2020.
But yeah, you know what? We are gonna promote the smoke out. It's still going on.
For sure, that shit going on.
Hey, shout out to Smoke Out because y'all been doing a lot of work, even outside of South by, and y'all promotions strong. The advertisement is strong.
That's amazing.
Putting other artists is everything y'all do is to the T. Like,
thank you.
Y'all go hard all the way. Shout out y'all. Y'all been definitely doing. It's like it's not even anything to like. For your own benefit, it's like for the benefit of other artists.
Right.
You know, showcase talent, which is fucking cool. And then you have local people. You have Fresh. You have who else? You have being as judges.
Well, Fresh was a
Teddy.
part of. Yeah, we had Teddy the Legacy. We had Fresh, and we had Isis.
Isis, yeah, shout out Isis.
They were a part of the second Smoke Out, and they were like celebrity guests that came to judge. But our original judges are actually the Tita. Chiquita B and Junior Flexwell. Those are our original judges for the Smoke Out competition. And the thing is that shit really like is not, that's like a exhibition version of the Smoke Out. The Smoke Out is actually a hip hop show that we showcase quarterly, and we build around the aesthetic of a headline act that has a good substantial amount of following from Austin or from the Central Texas market. So we build around these artists. We bring in other artists to be openers, and we actually just create this dialogue with them to help them understand that we all on the same page and that we all a part of this event together. And the things that we get to embark on as a unit with these artists is amazing, because it's like we all are all in on this shit, and that's what really make the turnouts be what they are, is because we have that dialogue. We focus on the little things and the intricacies of marketing and promoting, and getting people to understand how important the moment is. And when you get people dialed in on that shit, it's amazing to see how invested into it. Because when you put your dollar on the line, I do pay to play, and it's a lot of stigma on pay to play here in Austin. However, it's all about how like what's my guarantees, nigga? You know what I'm saying? If you gonna make me pay for something, tell me what am I paying for and what are my promises. So like me telling you that, hey, look, come be a part of the smokeout. I'm gonna charge you to perform, but the things that you're gonna get contractually in the smokeout are gonna be things that are gonna allow you to pivot into more avenues for your career. It's not gonna be something.
You have to pay money to make money,
Exactly, exactly, 100%.
I understand that from that.
Yeah, and the thing is about, the reason why the pay-to-play stigma is so trash here in Austin is because a lot of people put people in these positions, these artists in these positions where they're paying this money, and they're not getting what they're promised. They're like, yo, come perform on this show, pay this money, and they're expecting a sold-out show. And here I am, I'm saying, hey, we're going to create the sold-out show. I'm not telling you that this show is going to be sold out from the jump. What I'm telling you is that we're going to sell it out together. You know what I mean? And here is how we're going to sell it out. We're going to sell it out with your investment. We're going to also make sure that you're prepared. I'm going to give you the tools that you're going to need. And then we're going to go and do this together as a unit. So now it turns into not just me as a promoter, because I'm not a promoter. I'm a hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I promote for the smoke. Everything that you see marketing wise from the smokeout, I've done. You know what I mean? My business partner is DJ Napalm right here. He helps me physically at the show. Other than DJing, man, my guy we done sold well over 500 to 1,000 tickets. Like if we do 2 events, like we got mad tickets going for sure. Like to our shows, and we didn't hit the pavement. Pulling up to everywhere, all over Austin to bring in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So like my guy is my right hand man in this operation, and shout out to Jamal, Ill Manner Shows. You know what I'm saying? Marl on the beat. He's also my right hand man in this shit, because the smokeout wouldn't exist if it wasn't for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the opportunities that we're at right now, man, is just amazing. We do this pay to play, and these artists are, they like we're giving it a win-win. It's like not only are you the algorithm that we have for the smokeout is amazing, because not only are we raising capital for ourselves, but we're also paying artists, man. The smokeout has paid over 75 acts in Austin, Texas.
That's
you know
awesome.
what I mean? Paid them to perform. You know what I mean? They come and they invest in the show, and they quadruple their investment. You know what I mean?
Something to add to their press kit,
exactly,
their resume,
exactly,
100%. And
what they've done. That's a fact, and I'm glad you said that, man, because that's exactly what it is, my nigga. Like it's so much more than just a sold out show. You know what I mean? It's just adding to your resume. It's giving you something substantial to be able to shop yourself around for more opportunities.
Yeah. And I fuck with that. That's awesome. One of the things that I'm a fan of, especially whenever we met, is the story you guys told me about how I know you've had your already like your experiences with sponsors and people you've met with.
Yeah.
But you literally went from, if you don't mind me telling, like,
yeah, go ahead.
When you say you went from being a janitor one day and being flown out to, what was it, L.A.?
Yeah, man.
How did that happen?
Man, that was the most like eye-opening experience of my life, man, because it happened so fast, and it let me know. It gave me so many different perspectives. It let me know that it let me understand when when people really want to do business with you, they're gonna cut the check. They're not gonna sit here and talk about it. If when business is done, hey, here's my money, here is the budget, they're gonna be talking numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Swisher Sweets really they were the first company to say that I want to do business with this guy.
Okay.
And that's what was amazing. I was God rest my son's soul. You know what I'm saying? My son passed away, but when I was raising my son, he was about 7 months. And, I'm taking care of my son. I'm living out of my grandmother's home. And you know, I'm just like, what the fuck am I finna do? You know what I mean? Like I got to figure something out. And I'm a janitor. I'm working at ACC. I'm cleaning up Austin Community College, the Round Rock campus, the fucking North campus, and all of that shit. And you know, I'm a like dog. I'm cleaning this fucking schools at 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. You know what I'm saying? That was my fucking job.
How old were you whenever you doing that?
I was about 25. Yeah, this is 2 years ago. Yeah, so I was 25. I'm 27 now. So yeah, I was 25 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 years ago. And you know, I'm doing this shit, and you know, I was just like, you know what, fuck this shit. I can't do this. You know, at this time, and just to kind of backtrack, just to kind of tell you how it went. So Maul. Shout out Maul on the beat, Ill Manner Shows, which is the person I told you the Smoke Out wouldn't exist if it wasn't for him. Maul actually knew somebody on the inside of Swisher Sweets, and he was like, yo, man, I got to go to this show. You should submit to their sponsorship that they do. They do these shows, and I'm seeing the acts, man, and I think you're so much better than these guys. And that's my man's. Like, you know, he from Philly, so he like, yo, nigga, Soulja, you gonna fucking, like, them niggas ain't got shit on you, you know, that's my man. So he gassing me up, and I'm like, yo, man, well, fuck it. Let me know how I need to do it. So, you know, what we did, we got creative, man. We sent over, like, something like a press kit. You know, I had footage from sold-out shows that I'd performed at, you know, crowd surfed or whatever. We did like a 1-minute interview. Maul found somebody to get an email to. We shot over the email, and was crazy. This give you this perspective. This had to been right after the New Year's Eve. So this is January, right? So boom, we sent over the email to Swisher Sweets January. March, I don't hear from Swisher Sweets after that. They actually hit me back that right after I sent them over that press kit, and they said, we're not even in the market for Austin artists. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, we're not in the market. Our tour only does Houston, it does Atlanta, it does New York,
Major
and it does
cities.
Chicago.
Well, I mean, because you know, like Austin isn't. You know, this is why we do this. So
Exactly.
We can blow
Fight for our
Austin
scene.
up.
100%. So they tell me this, and I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. You know, well, we tried it. You know what I mean? Good shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool that we just had that connection. But they never said that they didn't like it. They thought it was amazing. So, you know, it made us feel good. So I just kind of put it on the back burner. I'm still working this fucking job, right? And South by Southwest comes around, and I'm thinking I'm finna sign a Tommy Boy from New York. Tommy Boy is a record label that is famous for signing Naughty by Nature, Queen Latifah.
Okay.
They're the ones who
Straight
distribute.
hip-hop.
Yeah, hip hop. They're the ones who distributed Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise.
Oh,
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? Like, that's Tommy Boy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Very prestigious record label out of New York City. So I'm thinking I'm finna sign to these people. We performing at their official South by Southwest showcase. You know, I'm with the president of the record label, and we hugging. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm finna get signed, nigga. Fuck the bullshit. You know what I mean? I ain't even worried about Swisher. And I don't hear from them. You know, and it got to the point where, you know, I'm just here at this fucking janitorial job, just like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
So I end up quitting. And literally, man, I quit that Monday. Put it like this, bro. I quit that Monday. I get a letter from Swisher Sweets the next day or that Wednesday. And they sent me a check first. You feel me? They sent me a letter and they sent me a check for $2,500. And they said that, you know, we want you to come to LA. Book your flight, like come to LA, you know, we're going to bring you into our official, you know, Swisher Sweets, you know, artist class, you know what I'm saying? You made it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
So, you know, I quit my job that Monday, bro. I've never been to LA. And, you know, Napalm can attest to this. One of our biggest goals as a group was, yo, we got to get to LA. Like, how the fuck are we going to get to LA? And, bro, we was in LA that Thursday. You know, Monday, we was in LA for the first time in our fucking lives, nigga, that Thursday, bro. Smoking big dope. You know, like it was the most life-changing. It was the most life-changing things ever, man. It let me know that anything.
Awesome,
it was like, yo, anything is possible, bro. Like anything is fucking possible. I was like, yo, my life is gonna change from here, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, it did, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's exactly how that shit unraveled.
That's awesome.
If I can ask, when did you start going into music? Like, you know, I mean,
How
you're
old were you when
janitorial,
you started making music?
but your music is honestly really fucking, you know. So, you know, I guess you've been doing music for a while, but
Yeah.
I mean, being a janitorial where you just had that thing, when did it start?
Yeah, well, I've been doing music for years, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? DJ Napalm been we've been rocking for almost, you know, a very long years, bro, like more than 5 years. You know what I'm saying? You know, and he was actually one of the first people to take a risk on me when I was really taking my career serious. I say I was probably about 19, 20 years old. And, you know, DJ Napalm was the first nigga to be like, look, nigga, I'm finna put you on a big show. You know what I mean? And, you know, Napalm had me, he was the one who got me to open for Wale, you know, and that was my big, you know, debut show, you know, the biggest show that I'd ever done at that time. And we were just so young, man. We just didn't even really know how incredible that shit was and how impactful that was at the time, man. We didn't know how to, you know, I was fresh off a mixtape called 24/7. 24/7, that kind of was like my I was going viral before, you know, that shit was even like a thing, man. We went viral on that Piff. We had over 24,000 downloads in one night. And, you know, I just didn't know how to capitalize off of all of this steam that we had going on, you know, from Wale. And then I did South by Southwest for the first time, like 5 to 7 days in a row. It was like, damn, all of this shit is just going so fast. How do I pivot? And we're just so young, man, at the time, man. You know, I've been doing this music shit for a very long time. I say I started taking it serious like my junior year in high school. And, you know, it's been going from there. You know what I mean?
You trying to be on the podcast?
My man.
Let's have Napalm on.
All right, come on.
I've said like 5 words.
Just roll over here, and I'm gonna just take the mic and just pan it.
No.
Nah, that's cool.
Bring the chair.
I'm the podcast team player.
Yeah, come sit down.
Every time somebody got to come up.
I'm a big fan of the story. That's why I asked him to tell it. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Wait,
no,
how are
you're
we
gonna sit right here, DJ Napalm.
Oh, you're coming up?
Yeah, he's coming up.
Okay, bet.
This is OVO Mark, East Side thing.
Okay, bet.
There you go.
Shout out to my man.
Sit down. No. So I guess
DJ Napalm is in the building.
It's,
Big shout out to DJ Napalm, man, for sure. That's my man's.
I always see these two together. That's live.
All right, so we got DJ Napalm, right?
40 meter
And we
dash.
got Jay Soulja. So y'all been
40 meter?
So like y'all been like
60 meter. He's good. 3-time beer pong winner.
Yo, shout out to my nigga. Fuck you, man.
Big dub shit.
Hey, I should have. If y'all weren't here for the Rude People album,
Yeah,
listening party,
it was a great time.
It was
man.
crunk.
It got real blurry.
It was
everybody
amazing.
was- everybody was
how you
taking
feeling,
shots.
brother?
I'm good, man. How y'all feeling?
We're feeling good. No. So whenever we started this podcast, I've known Mario since he had
Since we were in middle school.
middle school, even more than then.
We were
And,
in church classes, believe it or not. We were in church
Okay,
classes.
yeah, y'all taking it way
So
back.
yeah, you know, like the way I guess y'all relationship is me and Mario's relationship. I remember when Mario, when I was living with him, he's like, "Dude, let's start a podcast." And it was like, no, because
Took a while to convince him.
I want a studio, and he kept on asking me. He's like, "Just do it." You know, fuck it. I got the equipment. Let's fucking do it. Is that how y'all relationship is?
Man, the first time I met Jay Soulja was I can't remember the name of the record store, but it was like I think Fresh was throwing like a local hip hop show.
Fresh
It was
and
just
Confucius.
yeah,
Yeah.
that dude,
KUTX. Shout out to Fresh.
them boys. Yeah, no doubt. It was just like 2012, bro. It's like 8 years ago, and I was just coming out of college. I had just went to A&M Corpus one year, and I ran track. Came back home. I got hurt, so I was like, man, I'm not going back. I'm not on scholarship no more. I ain't paying for school, so let's see what's up with this music shit. So I go to the show, see this dude named Jay Soulja, seen him rap one time. I was like, oh man, this nigga is this the nigga right here. This the dude. You know what I'm saying? So I go up to him. I'm like, yo, bro. Like I was working at KZI at the time. Shout out KZI. That's how I got my start in radio. That's how I started in DJing and shit. So I see homie rap. I'm like, bro, I gotta put you on, man. I was promoting for Score More at the time. And shit, like 3 weeks later, we opened up for Wale. It was just like that.
Fast.
It was
Scoremore's the
fast.
Yeah.
Scoremore's the one that does Jambalaya, right?
Yeah. Jambalaya. They actually got bought out by Live Nation. Like, they
a few years
stupid.
ago.
They stupid, man.
I used to deliver it to them. They'd be like, "Yo, you want a shirt? You want a hat? You want whatever?" I was like, "No."
Nah, yeah. You should have said, yeah, I'll take that. For sure.
Well, at the time, I was like, dude, I already spent like $280 on a fucking pass, and I'm already gonna get it. But if I was to get it for free,
It wouldn't mean as much.
Yeah, I didn't spend all the money.
feel
Why
that.
not? Yeah, no doubt. So that's how we got our start, man. And we've been rocking with each other ever since, man. And then we got like a genuine rule, like we just that's my homie. Like we just not like I'm not just DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's my homie.
Y'all
So
were in a business together.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So this shit dope.
Yeah, for sure.
If I can say that white bottle tastes like shit.
The dog, bro. Like these different bottles are weird.
This one's good. If y'all never tried this one's the best one.
The black bottles is way better.
If y'all drinking the rosé, get the black bottle.
Get the black bottle, please.
Champagne.
All these other flavors are poo cheese.
Bro, have you tried this one? This one's actually really good. I like this one. This one's a little sweet, but
okay, I'll try that one. Then I'll try that one next. I'm almost done with this gold. I've been kind of pacing it because it smells like crap.
Like I said,
so it really does stink.
Yeah, it stinks, bro. That's why I'm drinking it slow as fuck.
Like I said,
you gotta chug it.
Yeah. We're going into our next segment or next 40
minute mark.
Yeah. So you have anything to cheers with?
You
better find something.
Man, quick shout out to all the teachers, bro. I met a teacher the other day. Shout out to all the people dealing with these badass kids.
For big facts. I know a couple
bad
teachers.
They bad as a motherfucker.
So
shout out to all the teachers, man, for sure.
Big salute
man,
to the
they
teachers,
put up
man.
with us.
Big salute to the teachers, man, for sure, man.
But yeah, coming back around to like the whole like local scene and whatnot.
Right.
Shout out Wayne. He brought me out to the Austin Music Industry Awards this past week.
Salute to Wayne, man.
Yeah, Wayne does a lot. But there's something I did notice. I don't know if you guys pay attention to the awards or whatever stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. I've never been there before. It was my first time going, so I was like, bet I'm pull up, see what's up, see what they got going on.
Right.
And bro, it was literally like 98% white people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
I believe
giving
it.
themselves awards. You know, some of the nominees were notable, obviously. You know, but it's just like a lot of the people that were awarded. It's like the same people over and over and over. It's just older white people.
Yeah.
Same thing. I was like, dude, like I was expecting to see people like y'all, like everybody that's been putting in work. A lot of like a lot of our people, a lot of our community, because our community has been blowing up pretty big. We've been making moves and everybody's been playing their part. You know, like I expect to see a lot of y'all out there. So I was a little bummed out about that. So
I expect that, man.
Yeah, I do too, man.
Totally honest
sure.
with you.
So like
Totally expect that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that we can definitely like infiltrate and take over. And
I feel like you know, being here in Austin, man, you'll start to see that they have their favorites. You know, when it comes down,
without a doubt.
And sometimes you know it sucks because it comes off so blatant about the favoritism that, you know, it's like, well, do you have these guys and are you doing any research on who's actually out here, you know, doing a lot of the foundational input with, you know, the growth of the city, not the motherfuckers who are already represented, you know, out here doing things that are allowing their connections to manifest for themselves. But what about the motherfuckers who in the mix, you know what I'm saying, who out here in the streets with these people, with these artists who know who's the next upcoming act, or who know, like, where is that valid, you know, that validness at, you know what I mean? And it sucks, you know what I mean? Cause the right people don't get highlighted, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
just how
I ain't gonna lie,
business
like,
is, man.
yeah.
That's just it's not about what you know, it's about who you know.
Facts.
In business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, honestly,
100%.
I found that out like a long time ago. I was like, dude, you know, you honestly, I was like, dude, you need to know people in order to know this business and this, you know.
You have to be connected in some way. I was watching the All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. They was interviewing Stephen A. Smith. And they was just talking about, man, it's not about how much you know, how much knowledge you got, not how much talented or how much skill you got, man. You got to have some type of connection if you're trying to make it in any type of field you want to make it in. You got to know somebody that can connect the dots for you in anything, you know what I'm saying? So
my thing is that should be kind of fucked up, because sometimes when you got that who you know factor, it puts people who aren't qualified enough in a position to score.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it's like, nigga, if you know a nigga who Michael Jordan, but the person that you're riding with or the person that you fucking with right now, you know he ain't nothing but like,
yo,
you know,
don't shout it, don't do
you
nobody
know,
like that. But
what I'm saying, but you
you
feel what I'm saying? It's like if you got somebody to score, why don't you go score? You know what I mean? And it's like you gonna keep on, you know, it's like you putting yourself on a treadmill when you not when you meeting things. And if you're a business company and your goal is to expand, and you've only are getting so far with what you have, and you see motherfuckers who have the the experience or who are qualified to be able to be the chameleon in the room and totally be able to, you know, captivate the audience or captivate whoever the business encounter is, why won't you take the risk there? You know what I mean? And that's the only thing that makes it hard with the who you know thing, because it's like, well, we're the qualified people. You know what I mean? Y'all playing homeboy shit the whole goddamn time. What about the people who actually have? And there's no. And when I say this, I don't want to take it away from the art, because there are some artists who are very much so qualified, you know what I mean, who very much so have the talent, who very much so have the capability to be great, you know, with the way that the infrastructure of Austin entertainment is, you know, sometimes it's like we don't really have that, you know, we fuck with, you know, when people think of live music capital, they think hip hop because it's South by Southwest and they try to relate it to that. But, you know, it's not really for rap music. It's not for hip hop. It's not for.
It's for music just generally. I mean, any genre can fucking come over here in Austin and be known.
But to be honest,
I think it's more so live music capital is more so catered to rock and roll. Yeah. Anything that you can play an instrument with.
Rock
you know what I mean?
Not rock and roll and EDM.
Right. But you're right. You're right. Any genre that can play with a live instrument can coexist in Austin.
I wish I could find a South by Southwest fucking EDM concert.
It's going crazy. It's going crazy.
Austin's known for being a music city, but all people ever think about.
I haven't took ecstasy in a while, and you know what's crazy? One of my first South by Southwest shows I went to was Biddy Manass, and that's when Skrillex was coming out. And I took I took ecstasy for the first time with one of my friends, and I went to a free South by Southwest show.
Was
and I was like, yo. All I remember was just like, dude.
This is stupid, bro.
All I remember was just like, yo, this shit is fucking legit.
He's pumping. He's going crazy.
And I was like,
he fist pumping. He and that motherfucker
rocking out. I wasn't even fist pumping. I was like, yo, this balloon's here. Like, fuck.
The lights, all that shit. Yeah.
I was feeling. I was like, nah, this shit's not even good.
Yo, that's when that Molly water came to play, right?
That Molly water. Bro, EDM was a time, bro, because I remember people getting very fucking trippy to that shit.
Bro, like back when I was like promoting for Scoremore and shit, bro, that shit was crazy.
Y'all may not know it, but Empire used to be just a.
Shout out to all the white people that love that shit, because I wouldn't.
Shout out, man.
Empire used to be an EDM.
Yeah, they know how to have a good
Empire
fucking time.
Scratch Outs had an EDM show last night, man.
They were used to be just known for EDM and techno and shit like that.
Man. That shit is, you know.
But they took chances.
Hey, man, and that's the thing, man. Like, when, you know, hip hop is considered a chance in Austin. It's not really considered
that's what I was saying about the industry. Like, they look at us, the urban community, as the redheaded stepchild.
Right.
It seems like they don't look at us the same way they look at rock or any of the people like that.
But honestly, you have to think about the city that we live in. I mean, we're not in Houston. I mean, the Houston artists, if you're from Houston, then they're going to expect.
They call Austin the white Atlanta.
No, right. No, if you go to Houston, you know there's a culture there.
Yeah,
you know
right.
Did you ever think that you're going to be part of this podcast?
I had no idea. But I was ready because me and Soulja got something cooking up for y'all anyway.
Sure.
If you go to Houston, you realize there's a culture. You know where the urban community can go.
Yes.
And there's multiple places you can go if it's a bar, if it's a club, if
it's culture,
chicken
but it's
spot,
multicultural
whatever.
too.
You know what I'm saying? All that multicultural.
I think,
everything. You know what I'm saying, so yeah.
I've been noticing over at the Domain, they've been making small strides.
Yeah.
Shout out Magic.
Shout out to the Magic Supply Store. Shout out to Kicking It. Shout out to Kicking It ATX.
Yep.
They've been understanding that, you know, the urban entertainment outlet is, you know, hip hop and neo soul and R&B is, you know, that shit is the number one.
Man.
It's number one genre.
Hip hop is the number one genre in the world now.
What's crazy about that? Like I've done if anybody knows me, I've done like security for like my favorite bar, saloon, and I've been offered to go work at other places. I worked at this place on West 6th. Yeah, I'm a butch a lot because y'all suck ass. Beeford's on West 6th, and I was working there. And bro, they straight up told me, they were trying to explain to me, like, without actually saying, they're like, if they look a certain way, tell them it's a dress code. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, well, you know, because what's that place?
Shit in
what's
Domain,
that place
bro.
on West 6th that has the pool on the rooftop?
Yeah.
Rooftop. I don't know. It has the Kool-Aid place, I think, or the...
Is it Rio?
Rio, yeah.
Rio.
They said, if you see anybody coming from Rio, just be like, if they look a certain way, just be like, dress code. I was like, what do you mean? Like, I was trying to get them, like, I really don't know what y'all are talking about. Like, what's the
That's
actual
crazy.
dress code? And they honestly, they go for that shit. Like, basically, they're saying if they're a minority dressed a certain way, just tell them it's the dress code, and then you count it a man.
That is everywhere.
I was like, bro, I
in the domain.
can't. Like, there's no way. Like, I couldn't do it. I was like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Hey man, that shit like that. It's like that at the domain. It's like, you know, but
it's all over
but,
6th Street too. But it's like that's what we say. Like, our urban community, as they call it, it's you know, it's frowned
There
upon.
needs to
It's
be a
just
place
acknowledged.
that we
Like,
know
Hey,
where we
I'll
can
tell you
go
what.
and be comfortable.
for sure.
I'll tell you what. So we went to Atlanta to see Drake, and they saw us riding this little scooter, like, you know, like we have in Austin.
Right.
Every single person, whether you're black, white, or Mexican, they were looking at us as like, yo, what the fuck are y'all looking at us for? We're riding a scooter, like we're from Austin. Yeah. No, there's a lot more like racist, like, you know, like cities that are out there, but Austin, it shouldn't be like that. And
it's a very diverse city.
Because I was like, yo, Atlanta, watching this is like, yo, you rich, like you Mexican. I was like, yo, what the fuck is everyone looking at us riding on a fucking scooter? We do this shit all the time in Austin.
Right, that's crazy, and that's a wild observation, bro. When you say that, because that, you know, like when you think about Atlanta and you went from the outside looking in, you see how many, you know, like the urban culture in Atlanta is very dominant because they have a culture there. You know what I mean? So there are people who are rich. There are people who have money there. There are people who who
look
probably,
like us.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So when they see y'all, like, you know, probably doing that to them, they're like, yo, who the fuck are these guys? Or what are they doing? Like, we're not riding on any of that. We're riding in this. So we're doing, you know, we're doing this or we're doing that. Or they may have more money than us because, you know, we don't gotta flex. You know, they don't gotta flex like we're trying to flex. You know what I mean?
Steve Jobs flex.
Yeah. So you know, I fuck with that. That's a definite. I be looking at. I be analyzing shit like that.
It was really different because you know, like we were riding the scooters. I was like, yo, why is everyone looking at us? It's because we're riding scooters. Like they don't know us. It's like, well, doesn't everybody ride scooters in Austin? It's like, not here. They just walk everywhere. I was like,
You ain't in Austin no more.
I was like, I'm not in Austin. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Exactly.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You did have a ponytail, so
You had a ponytail? It was probably majestic.
that's probably why.
No.
He had a man bun.
He had a man bun.
Yeah.
He was got the majestic
that
man
played
bun.
a huge part in that show.
Shout out to the
Probably.
homie.
That's what they was looking at.
But isn't Atlanta known to have like being really open, or I guess not open, but like having a lot of gay people out there too?
Oh yeah,
that's
definitely.
how it is. I mean,
Not saying
I've never been.
No. There was an episode in Atlanta that Childish Gambino, he's just like, what are you looking at? He's like, I'm fucking. He's like, he's gay. You know that, right? He's like, I didn't know that.
I love that show. Oh, when he's in jail in the holding cell.
Atlanta is hilarious.
That's one of my favorite scenes when he's like,
Oh yeah, when they're in jail and shit.
Yeah. That's a dude, bro.
Yeah.
Would have been on the other side with the men.
No, but that is true.
Sexuality is a broad spectrum.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to that show. That's a good show. For sure. I fuck with Atlanta. Childish Gambino is such a fucking talented dude.
Yeah. Versatile as fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
We're about to finish all these fucking bottles. This is
Nah,
honestly
for real,
the
y'all knocking them back.
I'm in that blender right now. I'm not
It's
gonna
blurry.
lie to you guys. It's very blurry right now.
So yeah, this is our third season, our newest venture. We took a break. You, Jay, I know you dropped a few projects in 2018, and you dropped what was it, The Light last year, like at the end of 2019.
Something like.
There you go.
Yeah.
If I can say, the Light is your Twitter name. Is there a reason why it's called The Light?
Yeah. So the album that I'm putting out, my third. Well,
So
sorry
was it an
about
EP?
that.
It was a full album, wasn't it?
Well, no. So Something Light was an EP.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
leading up to
The Light is actually my studio album. It's gonna be my fourth studio album that I'll be putting out. And it's coming hopefully this year. You know what I mean? I say hopefully because, you know, I want it to be fucking perfect. I'm taking my time with it. Shout out to the my brother Freddie Fraze, who's gonna be doing the mixing and mastering on it. So The Light is a body of work that I'm orchestrating my solo album. I called it The Light because like I mentioned earlier, you know what I'm saying, I lost my son. It'll be 2 years on the 19th of May. And
sorry about that.
Yeah, no, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But that's that. You know, I called it the light because you know what I'm saying that's my son, and you know, I feel like you know. I feel like I'm this guidance. I'm this person who I shed light on a lot of information. I shed light on a lot of things that, you know, these artists may not be paying attention to. I just feel like I'm the guider, you know what I mean? And, you know, it has multiple meanings, but the album is called The Light, you know what I'm saying? I'm super excited about that shit. And, you know, we just also dropped Rude People too.
Yeah.
That was, you know, you guys got to come and kick it.
Yeah, it was dope. It was a dope project. Like I said, like it's hard to drop a project with multiple artists.
Yeah,
and they did that, bro. Like they did that. Like a lot of people take
man.
some weird extremes when they do like
Yeah.
they take the Outcast route, half this, half that, both of
Yeah.
them. But no, y'all did that shit. The whole album, like it's not even a long album too. What was it like 7, 8 songs?
It's 6 songs.
Six songs.
Hey,
Yeah.
I felt really bad for leaving. I just had a girl hit me up, and I was like,
It's
yo.
good, bro.
You were fucked up too.
Do your thing. Do
Nah,
your thing,
I
baby.
didn't think I was gonna stay that long either, but I stayed till the very end
Well,
too.
wait,
It
so,
was-
wait,
it
so
was
who
a
raced?
party.
It was you,
Napalm
DJ
and,
Palmer.
Shout out to DJ
Nah.
Napalm, man.
Who
He's the
won?
life of the
Who
party.
did you
won?
race?
Joe the Crook.
Shout out
Joda Crook.
Shout
Yeah,
out
I
to
definitely
Joda,
want to
man.
work with Joda. Shout out,
Yeah,
he's
no
funny as
doubt.
hell, man.
He has his own podcast. It's called the Chopping It Up podcast. Shout out to Joe the Crook. That's
shout
the
out,
homie,
shout
man.
out, fellow podcasters.
Yeah, for sure. Joe the Crook is he a good brother for
Yeah,
sure.
that's my man right there.
It was a fun night nonetheless.
Wait, so who won?
Napalm won.
I won.
Napalm won, man.
the first time he fell.
Yeah, I
he-
fell
he
the
threw
first
it.
time. Somebody
But
was dead.
You gotta
ass
give
in
them
my
both
way.
prop for
You know what I'm
running
saying?
while drunk. 'Cause
They were drunk as
First
fuck.
of all,
We were all
we
very
wasn't
drunk as
even-
fuck.
And
Everybody was
really,
fit.
I should really blame Mario right here because he made me take
We
2
were-
shots in like a minute and a half. He didn't give me no
Hey, if I'm
recovery
around,
time
I'm
or
gonna get,
nothing.
I had Amir taking shots too, bro. That's a big accomplishment.
And
Yo,
so
see
right
that-
after
yo.
that,
Oh yeah,
I
she
went
didn't want to take
outside.
shots on her podcast whenever we were out
I
there.
had to convince her
We
that too,
took
but
a ton of shots.
Yeah, man. It was a good
y'all
night.
had
though.
bottles. Y'all had bottles.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
I
good
mean,
night.
what are you gonna do? It was a fun night, but the project
sure.
it was on repeat the whole night. It's a great album.
Thank you,
Yeah, I'll
man.
definitely check it out. It's
Oh, yeah,
you,
and
YB,
who's
Sean
that?
Solo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Young Bryce and Son Solo. Man.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that did the video?
That did the video for
Yeah,
the recap?
yeah, the recap.
Shout out to Don Diamond Films. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's my dog.
I watched it and he caught me like literally with my mustache. And I
Yeah,
was
you
like,
had the
yeah.
mustache,
Mustache,
bro.
that
That's why I was like, who the fuck is this guy coming up here? He doesn't have his mustache
Homie
on.
had the
I don't know
Ron
why you
Swanson,
shaved
the
it.
Ron Swanson
Yeah, that's
mustache.
true.
But you had
yeah.
the gauges, so
I
I was
was
like,
like,
oh, that's
yo.
homie.
That
Yeah.
My
Ron
mustache
Jeremy.
was there in the cut.
He
Ron
said the
Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy.
Chilling. Yeah.
That's sick. Nah, man, Root People is a dope album. Shout out to Sean Solo. Shout out to Young Bryce, man. That's my first time executive producing an album. Like,
Yeah.
I did the beat selection. I did
Yeah, that's something Trill was talking to me
the
about. He
flow
was
of
a
the
fan of-
album. Yeah, man. So, I got to just be behind the scenes, actually just produce an album,
Yeah.
with 2 guys. And, Sean Solo and Young Bryce are just, I fuck with those guys so heavy, man, because they just have so much talent and, they don't need
Work ethic.
They
very,
hungry,
very
man.
much so work ethic. Yeah, they hungry, man.
Hungry.
And what I like the most about them is like them niggas don't need me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't need me. Those guys trusted me with their, with opportunities. Like I said in the video, Sean Solo used to record in my living room. Young Bryce, he's invested into the Smoke Out, to be a performer, and I've got to see Young Bryce, totally capitalize off of every time that he got to perform, and I was just like, yo, these niggas do, go out here and bet on theyself. You know what I mean? And they just happen to trust me with something, and it's like, well, what can I do to collaborate with these guys to help all of us go? Because I feel like they on the same scale that I would be on. We all trying to get to it. I feel like I'm the type of person that believes in working horizontally than working vertically. You know what I mean? Like I want to work with you instead of working for you. You know what I mean?
Or against.
Yeah, or
That's
against
good,
you. Exactly.
Honestly, that is a good ass way to say it. Like you
Yeah.
don't want to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see that. I see that shit.
You know what I mean? Like let's work horizontally. Let's work together. Let's not work like somebody is.
I'll work for you. You work for me.
Exactly.
Let's
It's not a
work
competition.
together.
Exactly. So it's like it's a dope combination because we all build and have traits, character traits, like as men, you know what I mean, that allow us to be able to coexist with one another and help build with each other. So it's a good
Whenever the
workout.
conversation is brought up about why Austin doesn't have up until Quinn, why we didn't have a breakout artist, everybody always ran to the stigma about everybody's against each other. That's,
The
I
crab in the
hate
barrel
that's
bucket.
what they run into because it's not really the case. It's just
Right.
we're getting there. It's a slow progress, bro. Like, but we're getting there. Like,
100%.
So never think that the scene is against itself because I've seen it for years, bro. Like people may know, like
It honestly
I've been
shouldn't
following
be
for a
like
long
that.
time.
I mean, Martin knows me.
It
Like,
ain't.
I mean, it should be like you should promote anybody. You should be like,
Be competitive, but still work towards like it's all the same goal. It's all the same goal. We
I
all
think-
want the same thing.
I think the thing about Austin, the thing about rap in general, man, it's just it's a competitive it's a
Yeah.
competitive space.
That's the
You know what I
beauty of
mean?
it.
Everybody wants to be the person who
best.
either did it
Go.
first or who did it,
Yeah.
the best. Like you said. So it's like when you have these artists here in Austin that are all in this competitive environment, and how do I that's and as that goes and piggybacks off of how important the smoke out is because we want to totally deplete the ego. It's like once I crush your ego and make you realize like you were in the same boat. All you guys paid to be on this slot together.
Everybody.
You know what I mean? So once you realize that no one's bigger than the next person, it's like okay, and I have to respect my position. You know what I mean? I have to kill my ego.
it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
That's why we're so successful at this because me and Soulja have failed and succeeded at every level.
Facts.
It's what it
Awesome
takes.
life.
It's what it takes. You know,
Facts.
if
We've
you
done it
succeed,
all. We've been in the crowd
Trial and
with
error,
6
bro.
people and we performed
Nigga.
in front of thousands of people.
Nigga.
And we've
He
done it.
knows.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why we can relate to the artist. But hey, we're not coming from an egotistical
No, yeah,
standpoint.
yeah.
We're coming from we're coming from the consumer and we're coming from hey, we've been in your shoes like
right.
But he
hit the nail on the head.
Before
And
we
I
threw
love-
these
I
shows, we
love-
were artists. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
love
so
the
we
way
know.
you guys approach because even like Trey was saying when we went to the rehearsals,
Yeah.
you approached them. We're
Yeah.
like, hey, like I've been through this, I've done this.
I was
so
like, yo,
take it from me. It's
that
not,
shit was fucking
it's,
crazy.
It's not
Like,
confidence.
yo.
It's confidence. It's like
Right.
we should all
Nobody
learn from
told
each
us.
other.
Oh, I mean, whenever I used to be in a fucking heavy like band,
Yeah.
and it's like no one ever told us like
Hey man.
It's the same
no
shit,
one,
bro.
no one ever told us like you had to perform like this. Like this is your time to shine.
We should
Yeah,
learn
man.
from each other, and we should like if you guys have gone to trial and error, obviously you've been through it, so you're gonna tell people like we should probably try this instead, and that probably should spread across the board because I mean. Look at Meg. Look at what she's dealing with now. with her
Right,
country.
man.
Like
Shit
That's
crazy,
if
man.
any of us were to deal with something like that, of
but the
course.
thing with Meg Thee Stallion, right?
Yeah.
The thing with her is that she's dealing with Jay Prince too, and like she's like,
yeah, it's her T. Ferris and the whole. It's a whole bunch of people that it's a whole long.
It's a
line
lot of
people.
it's a lot of hands in the
It
pot,
gets,
man.
it gets confusing at some point when there's so many
That's
people involved.
that's the music
you
industry,
can't really
though,
blame
man.
her. I understand she was young, but
yeah, you can blame her because she put the wrong names in the fucking She put the wrong names where she wasn't supposed to, especially Jay
Man.
Prince. You do
Man.
not fuck.
I mean,
Jay,
going into the music industry, you gotta understand that everybody's out for your best.
Jay
interest,
Prince
you know?
owns is the South, and you cannot. He's done everything for the South of hip hop, and you cannot put his name in there because guess what? He's gonna come for you because he's literally.
He's nobody to play with. He's nobody to play with.
I dove into the Meg Thee Stallion thing, and it's a very interesting perspective because none of us have ever gotten to even see that kind of money ever off of rap. So you never know what kind of what mentality someone's in. You think about the pressures that a guy like Quentin NFN may be going through. You know what I mean?
You never know until you
you
speak
never
on it.
know. Like
Exactly.
when like
Until
that guy
you see that
signed.
number,
he
man.
signed. Yeah, he signed to a major deal, bro. Like that shit is a stressful thing. You know what I mean? So
You got a lot to worry about.
Like it's a lot on the table. So like you can't be like, yo, I would handle it like this. We've never seen any kind of fucking money like that. So it's like I respect, when I think about how important Quentin FN is to Austin, with what he's doing, like that guy is the first person to ever sign to a fucking major. You know
deal,
what I mean?
bro.
I mean, even though the label that he's with is I don't know if they're considered an independent label or not,
But it's still major.
it's a label, bro. They cut the check.
They're right. 10K is right under a major label. It's not.
yeah.
It's
Facts.
not no fugazi.
Yeah,
type
it's
shit.
not no
They-
bullshit. Like that guy signed to.
Trippie Red is on that label.
Right,
Like,
right.
You know what I'm
we're
saying?
going
Exactly.
to our next 20-minute segment. I don't know what you want to cheers to, but we're going to it really.
Oh
hit
damn, we
another
cheers in
Oh,
every
damn,
20
I'm out.
minutes.
Cheers to all the local artists, man.
Hey, shout out to all the shout
All
out
across
to
the
local
globe,
artists.
man.
Shout out to
Shout
Quinn
out to you. Look out for
NFL.
the-
Y'all
yeah.
stay
Shout
on y'all
out to
shit, man.
Tita. Shout out to Deezy. Shout out to Jay Soulja, nigga. Shout out to Who Killed Kenny.
Shout out Jake Lloyd.
Hey, shout out
Who
Jake
Killed-
Lloyd.
everybody.
Shout out
Who
Lil
Killed Kenny?
Miles.
Whenever I knew him, Kenny G, dude. Oh my God, Who Killed Kenny was fucking.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I had to shout out to him because I didn't know who the fuck he was. It's like Kenny G. Like, who is this?
Stinky champagne. Take a sip. You'll enjoy it. I don't like it. Look. Shout out, hey Kenny. What a lot of people don't know, me and Kenny G, we performed over 13 shows with Score together.
Damn.
And he and I actually used to throw these parties, and the algorithm for the parties is what helped me, because I was one of the people.
Parties or just
no, like, bro, me and fucking Kenny would perform these Score shows. And Kenny is somebody who I like, who doesn't get enough credit in the city because everyone thinks he's a dick. Yeah. And it's like, he's not a dick, bro. Yo, Kenny is the smartest fucker in Austin.
Marketing genius.
Marketing fucking genius. And Kenny put me on so much game, even though he was younger than me, man. Mm-hmm. Like Kenny and I went on a great run together, you know, doing shows with Score, doing a lot of a plethora of things, man. Where I got to just be in the mix with this young kid doing these crazy shows and learn and knowing how to take everyone that he would go to these shows with and bring them somewhere else to where he can have this tangible experience with them. And it shocked me how it just grew every fucking time. Like we would do like I Love McConan, or we would open for like Denzel Curry or something of the sort, like big name artists, man.
Y'all opened up for I Love McConan and Denzel Curry?
Yeah, bro. Kevin Gates, Ab-Soul, Wale, Denzel Curry.
Would you consider him a breakout artist then? Because
I would consider Kenny. I would
disregard the labels and stuff like that, but consider the money and the success.
Kenny G is the most self-made artist to ever come out of Austin, Texas. I'm gonna tell you, Kenny G did everything without any labels. I saw Kenny G physically in front of me make 50 bands off of music, bro. Damn. I got to see it. You know, no cap. Like like you see the nigga diamonds, like them shit just trophies, bro. Like the nigga made.
He got the check too.
Dog, that ain't no label money, nigga. That's him.
That's
you feel
crazy.
me? Off of music. Independent, bro. And that's why I feel like when you think about, like, that's my brother to this day. I fuck with Kenny. You know what I mean? Me and Kenny, you know, we talk. Yeah, that's my man's. You know, me and Kenny, we talk frequently. You know, well, I don't want to say frequently, but we talk, you know, enough to be in a loop with each other. I know what he's doing with himself. He knows what I'm doing. This type of shit.
Whenever that Shaq West started blowing up, he did his shit at the Empire, I believe.
The sweatshirt.
Yeah, and I remember I saw him. He's always wearing that yellow like tracksuit. Yeah. And I was like, yo, you Kenny G? I was like, what? It was oh, my bad. Who killed Kenny? It's like, yeah, that's when he changed your name. I was like, dude, one of my drivers at FedEx put me onto you, dude. You're doing so good. It's like,
let me tell you why he's doing good. Kenny G, you ever heard those things where it's almost like when a mentor in the music industry tells a rapper hey, it's okay to rap on these beats with samples. Rap on these beats with samples because if somebody who actually owns the sample reaches out to you, that means you're doing good enough to protect yourself. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Kenny G had to change his name because there is a famous saxophone player named Kenny G.
Okay.
And Kenny G was making
his name was Kenny G E. Like it was.
I
understand that. I understand that.
But it's Kenny G.
Yeah.
It's still Kenny G.
Yeah,
it's pronounced Kenny G. So Kenny G was actually they reached out to him and he almost got into some serious legal shit. Yeah, you know, but that's a testament.
Fucking ease.
That's a testament to how impactful that he is with this brand and how he was moving. So big shout out to Who Killed Kenny. Shout out to Kenny G. That's my man's.
Yeah, that's crazy. After that too, then like just notable artists. Shout out the league. Shout out Jacob Pome.
Hey man, for
shout
sure.
out Die Slow.
Shout out
Pie.
to the boy. Hey,
Pie.
Pie. Hey, shout out to the. Hey,
They've
man.
kept it raw and
Tom
straight.
Brigante and them boys, man. Yeah. Hey, shout out to that boy, man.
Big Dirty Brigante.
Yeah. Hey man. Shout out to all the motherfucking Latino rappers, man, out here in Austin, man. Shout out to my boy Vintage
Whenever
J.
I got into the scene and I was in middle school and I was rapping, it was because of Pie that I got my first shows.
Hey, Shout out, hey man, I'm gonna tell you what, man. The Latino rappers in Austin don't get enough love, man. Shout out to the motherfucking math class.
Shout out Casa.
Shout out to hey, it's a lot of dope Latino rappers in Austin.
Manny. Shout out You Love I.
Manny, that's my boy.
All of y'all, like that's what I'm fighting for, bro. Like my biggest thing is always been like I never want to compete with the black people. You know, like we're all in the same competition, 100%. But at the same time, brown people are still in the scene, and I want us to create our lane. Nah, it's there. It's like we're all towards like the minorities have to like we are like against the white people, and it sucks because we're still minorities in the city. But minorities. We have a lot of potential.
Yeah,
we can become majorities.
Yeah, we got to start harnessing the Latino community is like because they definitely fuck with the black culture. They definitely 100%. So it's just like
it's all love out here. Bro.
Exactly.
We fuck with them too, though.
100%, man. Yeah, come on, man. I shout out to my boy Sean Solo, man. Sean Solo put me on a whole nother side of the cultural.
Yeah, you said he put you on the whole music video.
Lowrider, man. Hey, listen, man. I never knew how strong the lowrider community is in Austin, Texas, man. Sean Solo
holding it down for sure.
Yeah, Sean Solo took me over to Chicano Park in Austin, man. We just
shout
got
out
to
the East Side.
Yeah, man. We got to be around the lowriders and just check out. Just man, it is a strong community, bro. And it's like people don't understand how
it's
incredible
history.
It's history, bro. Yeah. And it's like you see these people put so much into that. Like that's their craft, bro.
And
you know what I mean? I love
that's
it.
where
culture,
like gentrification comes to play, where it affects 100%. All of us, because it's like
facts.
It's been in families, traditions for years, and then for people to just come and just
take
buy us out,
man,
take our stuff, take our homes, and it affects us.
Wait, if I can ask, where y'all from?
We from Austin.
I'm from the north side.
You're from north side. If you're
from the north side.
So I like to say I was raised on the east side, but I grew up in Pflugerville.
Yeah.
So I kind of got a perspective from different areas.
I'm from Dove Valley and Montopolis, so
okay, that's what's up. My grandparents live in Montopolis.
Everybody from Austin, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we from Austin for shit.
Austin shit for real.
But yeah, like it affects us across the board. Like
just seeing it, man. Just going to the.
No matter which way you look at it, we're all fighting for the same battle.
Hey, did y'all know what our last segment is? So if you haven't,
the last segment already.
Yeah, we have to.
Nah, we talking good, man. I love it.
Yeah, so our last segment is anything positive, anything that happened during the week, anything you have going on for you. And shout out to DJ Napalm for being
big
part
shout
of our
out to
show.
DJ
Shout out to
Napalm,
my
brother.
For real.
And honestly, we're gonna start with
Shout out
you,
to Smoke Out.
Jay Soulja. Anything positive you have going on?
Yeah,
you want to say with the podcast?
Man, with South by canceling, man, that was a hard blow, man. But I feel like the positive that I saw in it is that we finna be able to put the highlight on the independent acts, the local acts, and we gonna be able to have a great turnout. The Smoke Out has already been a brand on its own. We've been selling our shows before South by Southwest was even a part of our name, man. So I'm very thankful and excited about that, and I think we're going to be able to continue to have a great show. So I think it's going to make the show even bigger now that nobody is able to compete with our event, and we kind of already been rolling out the marketing as well as we can. So I'm just excited about the Smoke Out, man. March 18th. Make sure y'all be there at Scratch House. It's going to be a full day event from starting. We got the first act hitting the stage at 11 a.m. and we going all the way to 2 a.m. We got drink specials going on the whole night. I mean, the whole entire day. We doing sponsorships.
You already have the week off. Come through.
Yeah, I don't know. That's perfect. Podcast is gonna be in the fucking house. We giving away shit.
I took the day off. They were like, "No, you can't." I was like, "Well, I'm going to."
I'm calling in.
Y'all already took the day off anyway. Y'all pull up.
Yeah,
man,
pull the fuck up, man, for shit show.
All right, Mario.
My positive thing is along the lines. With like I said, this South by was a big year for a lot of people, considering it was the first time.
Right.
We did get our first unofficial show with Shadow Live Capital. They got Quinn on the set. I'm surprised Quinn didn't get on a lot of shows for South by, but I'm glad he's still on this one that we're gonna be a part of. But also shout out y'all for having us in the Smoke Out. I'm glad everything still pushing through. I never had even from the moment that I believed that South by was gonna get canceled. I always believed that we were still gonna like pull it together and get something done. It is what it is. We always do what we have to do, So I'm happy everything's still going according to plan. I never had any doubts about anything being canceled or us changing our schedule. So Yeah, shout out. I'm happy about everybody still like putting in their weight and putting in the work and doing what you got to do.
Facts, 100%.
It is what it is. You know, we got to do what we can with what they give us. Fuck it, make the best of it. We came from the dirt.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, DJ Napalm, you got anything? Anything positive?
Positive thing, man. I'm working on the playlist for all Austin artists for the smoke out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me and my man, we bring out a whole bunch of people from all over the city. So if you're any artist that wants your song played, tap in for my man Soulja. Yeah. Tap in with myself. You know what I'm saying? Napalm 512 on the Instagram, and we get your song played at the smoke out, man. And try to, you know what I'm saying? A lot of networking. There's gonna be a lot of media presence at the show, so y'all pull up, man.
Hey,
so,
shout out Napalm's mom. She's cool as fuck.
Yo, shout out to my mom, bro. She came down from Chicago and surprised the
She's
boy.
cool as fuck, and she reminds me of my mom. She's cool as fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Your mom's is cool.
It's a real ass lady. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mom Dukes, man.
Shout out to Miss Tiff, for sure.
No and shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, bro, for sure.
Yeah. The other thing I'm gonna say is that I got.
So, what'd you do, Joe? What'd you do now?
No, so I have a cat. His name's Gumball, and if you haven't noticed, I got his vaccines.
Are you gonna cry again?
No, I'm not gonna cry. I got Gumball's
Napalm has a
vaccine.
cat named
I got
Casino.
a cat too. Shout out to my cat Casino.
I don't really fuck with. I got blocked on Tinder once because I said I don't like cats.
I hate cats.
Yeah,
listen, bro.
I'm a dog person.
Mine's gonna be like super like cat like approved because he got his vaccines for the year. And I woke up at 9 and I got his vaccines. I was like, yo, I've never wake up on a Saturday for the cat's vaccines.
That's your son. That's your son.
That's your son though, so you gotta take care of that.
That's my boss.
That's my boy.
Hey, yo, that's baby boy right there.
Cats are so like nonchalant, careless.
Again,
they don't give a shit.
They don't have any personality.
I love it, bro, because they're just like me. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck.
I'm sick of that.
I can see that, but no, I like dogs.
I want someone excited to see.
Again,
shout out Doom, bro. I love you. You're probably not watching. I'll make you watch this later, but I love you, bro.
Shout out to Jay Soulja for letting us, be over here.
For sure.
And DJ Napalm.
Appreciate y'all having me.
For,
hey, y'all record y'all's podcast, music, anything you need.
Next Level Studios, right here.
Next Level Studios.
Y'all pull up, man, for sure.
Come tap in.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to end this podcast. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Troy.
I'm Mario from the South Side.
Jay Soulja, man.
DJ Napalm, we in this bitch, man.
Yeah. This is...
I don't know, it's perfect.
Yeah. I'm kicking shit, lace your tennis up. Y'all on my heels like Achilles is. I'm taking it where the ceiling is. It wouldn't benefit unless it's been about the Benjamins. Y'all Mike Epps comedian. Funny niggas, you idiot. I'm militant, and I got the mental worth $1 million. I sleep when I die, and that's word to Coach Killian. I'm diligent. Fuck them 4 times if you ain't feeling it. Her head on point like Phineas, and I'm feeling it. This God hurt this joint, he gave a nod twice. If you ain't put in work for this dough, can't get a pie slice. And I've been in control of these bars, and I don't ride bikes. Told him I ain't feel him at all, just like a dyke. Fucking a bitch with a dick like it's lifelike. You see.